Good morning, ma'am, and to my classmates. I am Angelo P. Arsenal, and I am here to share what I have learned on the subject science, technology, and society from chapter 1 to chapter 6. And let's start with the chapter 1. So, in the chapter 1 is the historical antecedents in the course of science and technology. So, this chapter helps us understand that science and technology did not appear all at once. They slowly developed through time as people tried to solve problems in their everyday life, from ancient people who invented tools for farming and transportation to great civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, Greece, China, and Rome. And that created writing systems, calendar, architecture, and machines. And each discovery helped humans improve their way of living. So, in the chapter 2, the intellectual revolutions that define society. So, intellectual revolutions such as Copernican, Darwinian, and Freudian revolutions changed how humans understand life and the universe. So, Copernicus showed that the Earth is not the center of the universe, which taught me na dili ang tao ang pinaka-importanteng butang sa kalibutan, and it humbled humanity and opened the door for scientific exploration. And Darwinian's theory of evolution explained that life adapts, and this helped me realize nga ang kalibutan constantly changing, so dapat kita adaptable sabta. So, in the chapter 3, science and technology and nation building in the Philippines. So, before the Spanish came, Filipinos were already wise and creative. They knew how to farm, weave, and use traditional medicine. During the Spanish time, the printing press and schools helped people learn to read and write. And this shows that even without modern technology, our ancestors already used science in their everyday lives during the American and post-colonial periods. Technology became an important part of progress and education. And in the chapter 4, human flourishing and science and technology. So, science and technology helps make our lives easier, faster, and more comfortable. And they allow us to solve problems, cure diseases, and connect with people. However, philosopher Martin Heidegger reminds us that technology is not just a tool. It also changes the way we think. When we depend too much on modern technology, we might start seeing nature and even people as objects or resources to use. This thinking can make us forget what truly matters in life, like kindness, respect, and our connection to the world. But Heidegger also says there is hope if we use technology wisely and with responsibly. If we balance in this creativity, values, and for others, can science technology can help humans grow not only in knowledge but also in heart and spirit. In this way, real human flourishing or ang kinabuhi is makuha ginato. So in the chapter 5 is the ICT in the Philippines. So ICT or information and communication technology is very important in my life as a student, because today all of us, everything is digital, like doing research, communicating, and even doing business, because through ICT people can easily connect using social media, email, and video calls. But during the pandemic, it became the link between teachers and students. That experience taught me how valuable technology is in the education, but it also learned that technology might be used properly. Many people today are affected by fake news, cyberbullying, and online scams. That's why ICT is both a blessing and a challenge, because it gives us many chances to improve, but it also needs discipline and responsible use. In the chapter 6 is the good life of the Commercian ethics and modern concepts. So I learned that according to Aristotle, living a good life means achieving happiness or eudaimonia. So which comes from living with virtue, because and it's not just about on feeling happy or having wealth and success, but about becoming a good person through good actions. Aristotle believed that we reach the good life when we practice balance of our golden mean, not doing too much or too little of something. For example, being brave means finding the middle ground between being a coward and being reckless. Um, so in conclusion, from chapter 1 to chapter 6, I learned that science and technology and ethics all work together to improve our lives and shape our society. These lessons taught me that progress is not just about on new inventions or knowledge, but it also about on how we use them responsibly and with purpose. So as a student, I realized that we must value learning, stay curious, and use technology to help others and our country. Living with good life means growing in wisdom, kindness, and service. So that's all. Thank you, and God bless us all.